Good morning. How y'all doing? How y'all doing this morning? Double tap on that screen for me. Double tap on the screen for me. As you come in, how y'all doing this morning? Double tap on that screen for me as you come into the room. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Yes. See what I got going on here. There we go. Trying to get y'all from being tangled up. There you go. Lock in, lock in, lock in. How y'all doing this morning? Double tap on my screen as you coming in. Y'all already know what it is. This morning walk, word, and worship. And before we even get started, if you just happy to be here this morning, double tap on my screen if you just happy to be here this morning. Coach, I'm just happy to be here this morning. Happy to be in the number. Good morning to you, Takesha Hodges. How you doing over there on Facebook? The first one to pop in on the book this morning. I see you ready to go. There go Marquetta. She jumping in over there. Okay. Now we got some action going on. What's going on over here? Is it I can tell. What is it? Susie Richards, good morning to you. Thank you so much for those flowers. I appreciate you. Double tap on my screen, y'all. Y'all know the drill, man. Let me start out this morning by saying good morning to everybody. Grand rising to everybody. Rich rising. Happy new day to the chosen family. This is a good day to make it a really good day. And we have the power to make it that way. That's right. We have the power to create the day that we want to have. We have the power to create the flow that we want to have on this morning. Thank you, Heather Geegan. Got the first badge going up. We need 9 more badges. Thank you, Kiana 40. My bad. We need 8 more badges. Y'all rolling them right on in. Y'all like, nah, we ain't gonna play with it today. We gonna go ahead and get this done so we can keep on rolling. I know that's right. Double tap on my screen. Good morning to you, Gigi. I see you over there. Double tap on that screen. Diva Karin. Good morning to you. How you doing? Tanya Roberts. How are you? Double tap on my screen over there on Facebook. There we go, Antoinette. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. We need to go ahead and get it on up to 200 stars over there on Facebook. Get us up to 200 stars so we can get started. Thank you, Felicia, for that badge. I appreciate you, Glowy828. Appreciate that badge on this morning. Double tap on my screen. Thank you, Danielle, for those stars this morning. It's a good day to have a good day. And I'm going to tell you one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain is that we got to tap in. Good morning. Thank you, Danielle. Dominique. Nick, appreciate you so much. I appreciate that badge. I want to tell you this right here, right? You have to understand that as you continue to move forward. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Sacorni. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lynn. As we continue to push forward, we're now 24 days into the 122-day challenge. 122 days is what we started out with September the 1st. That's how many days we had left till 2025. And the challenge has been set. And we have been working diligently all the way through the month of September to walk up out of 2025 with a win. That's what our goal has been. That's what we've been pushing towards, right? And I need for you to understand as the more that we are that dedicated, the more that we're that committed, the more that we're pushing forth in that way, you cannot expect for there not to be some type of obstacles. You can't expect for there not to be some type of hardship, that things are going to happen, good, bad, or indifferent. You're going to experience something. And when you experience it, you owe it to yourself for you not to allow that particular thing to throw you off course. And that is just the fact that hear me out though. Hear me out. Don't get sensitive, right? I need for you to understand that listen, things are going to happen. That's going to be good, bad, or indifferent. But you owe it to yourself to not be distracted, not be discouraged. Understand that and not start operating with a spirit of deficiency. Understand that you owe that to yourself, and that's going to be extremely important within these next 98 days that we have left into 2024. These next 98 days that we got left, you got to understand that when you locked in like that, when you're committed like that, when you're dedicated like that, when you're working on yourself like that, you got to know that the enemy is going to come. The adversary is always watching. One thing's for sure, 2 things for certain, that he's constantly looking for that small, weak area. He's always looking for that tender area, that soft area where he can get in and distract you, that soft area where he can fix his way right up in there to pull you off course. And you owe it to yourself to make sure that you're locked in like you ain't never been locked in before. I know that sometimes people be like, well, I've been working on myself for a minute and I got this. Wait a minute. I want you to understand things are different. Yeah, yeah. Let's be real. What you say? Things are different. Things are different. Like when you've been just doing things one way for a very long time, and that's just how you've always done that particular thing. That's what you've been doing, and you've been doing it that way, right? The enemy is used to your routine, just same way that you are used to your routine and used to doing what you've been doing. He's used to your routine as well. So he's not bothering you because I already know you're gonna halfway do it. I already know that you're not all the way committed. I already know that you're gonna some days in, some days out. You're gonna take 1,000 breaks. You're going to go easy. You're not going to push yourself to that extra mile. He's already watched you. He's already studied you to see exactly what it is that you're doing. So he's not going to bother you. But what I'm talking about this morning is when you've been operating with that mentality of, I'm walking up out of here. And when I walk up out of here, I'm walking up out of here with the mindset I've never had before. A grit, a grind, a passion, and faith that I never thought that I would ever even be thinking about. That's how I'm walking out of here. And when you start operating like that, not only do you wake up spirits and energies that's going to be supporting what it is that you want, you're going to also wake up spirits and energies that surround you that's also going to be your op. Understand that you can't have more of one thing without having more of another. And what I'm trying to tell you this morning is, where y'all at? I need 40 badges. I need 40 stars over here on Facebook. I need 40 stars on Facebook. Double tap on my screen. I need 2 more badges on IG. Where y'all at? I'm ready to drop my topic. I'm trying to tell you right now. Yeah, you have to know this, right? You can't have more of one thing without having more of another. So you have to have that type of balance, and you have to always be ready, right? Because what's going to happen in that situation, thank you guys so much. What's going to happen in that situation is this right here. You're going to have to be prepared to fight. Understand that you're going to have, that's just it. You're going to have to be prepared to fight. Put it up there now. Put it in the chat real quick. I got to be prepared for this. Understand that you have to be prepared, and the only way that you're going to be prepared for the fight that we're about to be in is if you're doing the work. You have to condition. Your conditioning is the studying. Open up your self-help books, opening up your Bible on a regular basis, reading the chapters, not just reading the chapters, but understanding the chapters, and not just understanding the chapters, but actually trusting the chapters as well. You don't read a fable inside of the Bible and then just say, oh yeah, I read such and such. No, you need to read it with understanding. You need to read it with comprehension. You need to read it, and after you read it, you need to make sure that you trust everything that was said in that moment. Why? Because you're going to face that right there, what you just read. You're going to face that. Rude awakening. So what you need us to do, coach? Part of your condition is you need to read it. Sit yourself down. You need to read it. But not just read it, because see, we read a lot of stuff that we don't understand. We just read it and just say we read it. We go across it and we just read. Well, I read it. I read my chapter. If somebody asks you, tell me about the chapter, you can't tell them none of the real details. You can only tell them the character names of it, but you don't really understand what you read, right? So you have to read it. And after you read it, you need to make sure that you got the comprehension, that you got the understanding of what it was that you just read, right? And how do you do that, coach? Pull out your thesaurus, pull out your study Bible, pull out your dictionary. If there's any words or anything in there that you did not understand, you owe it to yourself to break it all the way down. That's why coach said read one chapter, because when you're reading one chapter, it's going to take you some time to really get down to everything that it's meaning, right? If you have a study Bible, it's also going to give you other scriptures that they're going to want you to go to so that you can get the full understanding of what it is that you just read. So reading one chapter may end up taking you 30 minutes to an hour, especially when you're doing it the right way. That's the reason why, right? So after you've set yourself down and read it, you then made sure that you got the comprehension of what it was that you read, the understanding of whatever it is that you just read. Now the next thing, number 3, is what I got to trust what it is that I read. And why is it important that I trust it, coach? You have to trust it because you're going to experience that thing at one point or another. It may not be that day. It may not be the next day. It may not be that week. But baby, come that month or so, you're going to be in that experience. Come on, let's just be real. You're going to experience that. That's the reason why it says there's nothing new that's happening up under the sun. Everything that we're experiencing has already been experienced. Everything that we're going through has already been gone through. Every hardship, every trial, every letdown, every betrayal, you name it, is right there in the book. And it's play by play right there. It is the cheat code. You read it, you understand it, you trust it. Oh yeah, I remember instantly. Right when you start to face that situation, and then pay attention to what I'm saying. Right when you're in that situation, right when you're about to face that thing, right there. Thank you, Candace Bash. What happens? What happens when you're right there in that moment, Coach? When you're right there in that moment and you start to go through something that you've just read, you read that before, and I'm gonna tell you what happens. It awakens something on the inside of you. What's in you is going to come out of you, even though, and you ain't gotta call it out. Understand that what you say, Coach. That's notes right there. What's in you is going to come out of you, and what's in you will come out of you when pressure is applied. When things happen in your life unexpectedly, when you start facing hardship, when you start going through things in life, when that's when your core self is going to be exposed. You're not going to be, you don't expose your core self until you absolutely have to. You show up as your best self every single day. And do we want our best self and our core self to be the same? Of course we do. That's why we work hard at it, becoming balanced all the way around. But all of us know that we live a dual life. Baby, that core self is that self that come out when stuff is about to get real. That's what we say in the hood. When you coming from the hood, when you about to get real, like I'm good to you on purpose. I can be just as bad, baby. Understand that I'm respectful on purpose, but hold up. Don't get too far ahead of yourself, because you don't know. I will read you down. Understand that we live that dual life. And what happens is, right, pay attention. I had to make it so y'all understood, so nobody wouldn't be saying, well, I don't understand what she's talking about. The thing about it is we live a dual life, our best self and our core self. Understand, we're our best self every single day. We wake up and we operate with our best energy. We put on our best face. We put on our best clothes. We show up at work and we got on our best smile. This is what we do. This is the representation. I show up and this is who I am until you make me be otherwise. Yeah. I'll expose you to my best self until you show me that you're not deserving of my best self. And when I see that you're not deserving of my best self, I'll take my best self from you. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's called boundaries, right? There's nothing wrong with that. That's called boundaries. I'm just making sure that you understand, right? So it's not like you're doing anything wrong. I'm just showing you how it works, right? So when pressure is applied, when things are happening unexpected in your life, then you don't have time. Come on, pay attention. Then you don't have time to put on your best clothes. You don't have time to put on your best look. You ain't got time to put on your best smile. You're rushing out the door. You're rushing to whatever that situation is. You're operating then in that moment as your core self. And what I want you to do is what we work on every day. The reason why we do morning walk and worship, the reason why we have a study group on Thursdays, the reason why we pray, we meditate, and we fast, and we do all the things that we do is because we're correcting our core self. We're bringing our core self into alignment with our best self, so we're the same way all the way around, right? So what happens is when you're reading these things and things, you see how they're panning out, when things happen in your life and when the adversary is trying to attack, understand that all of a sudden when your core self rise up, you rise up with confidence, you rise up with competence. Why? Because you got the cheat code. I know this right here. I just read about something like this the other day. I just read this last month, and they was going through a hard time and everybody was judging them. They was going through a hard time and everybody turned their back on them. And what it had said, then instantly your mind goes back right over there to what you just read. That's why studying is a part of your pressure plan, because the more that you know, the more knowledgeable that you are, then you know how to respond to situations that were sent to destroy your peace, that to destroy your sanity, to rock your boat. You don't go overboard. You don't go. You don't go overboard. You don't go overboard. You don't lose yourself. You don't get down to their level. You don't exchange that negative energy, that negative dialogue. You look at them people eyeball to eyeball, and you walk smooth off. You see how they operate. You see how they do life. And when you see that it's not in alignment with what it is that you're doing in your life, you walk smooth off. You disconnect yourself right then and right there. What you say? Disconnecting and distancing yourself myself. Understand, what are you doing? Then you got 98 days left. That's a note right there. You got 98 days. What are you doing? I'm distancing myself and disconnecting. 2 D's. Distance and disconnecting myself from anything that robs me of my focus. If I cannot focus on myself and my development, if my growth intimidates you, if my development makes you feel any type of jealousy, any type of enviness towards me, if you feel a way because I say that I'm working on me, that I got to go to class, so I got to go to do this and that or whatever, then yep, you're going to have to get away from me. I am completely disconnecting from you. I'm distancing myself from folk on purpose. I got 98 days left into 2024. I'm going on a people fast. I'm fasting from people. I'm pushing back from people. I'm stepping away from people. Yep, understand, your emergency is not mine. What you got going on in your life is not my concern. How you doing this and how you gonna do that ain't got nothing to do with me. Understand that. Why? Because I cannot afford to be distracted in my season. I can't afford to be discouraged in my season. I cannot afford to be showing up deficient in my season. Understand that I need to be operating at my best self, and that's from my core all the way up. I have to make sure that I'm replenishing me, prioritizing me, and taking care of me the way that I should. I can't afford it. Come on, let's be real. It's a price that I'm not willing to pay. When you look back over your life and you see, you know what, I've been playing with me for so long, watering me down for so long, sugarcoating me for so long. I've been putting myself on the back burner for so long. I done been the side chick, the side dude. I done did all of this for so long that I'm actually, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of playing second best. I'm tired of playing runner up. I'm tired of playing the game of I'm good, I'm beautiful, I'm all these things when you need something from me. And then the moment that it's time to replenish, to reciprocate that, the moment that it's time for me to receive that, the moment it's time for me to be the one that's receiving the love and the affection or anything, then all of a sudden it's a bunch of excuses. No, I'm tired. I no longer want to deal with that. What you say, Coach Red Ink, I'm only choosing people that choose me. Hello, and I'm not going to feel bad about it either. In the season that I'm in, how I'm moving forward in my life, I need for you to understand I'm only choosing people who are choosing me. I'm only showing up for who show up for me. I'm only doing for what people that do for me. Or you can call it whatever you want, but it is what it is. If you cannot reciprocate, you cannot participate. And that's it. That's all. It's not a beef at all. It's just boundary. It's a boundary that I have set. It's a boundary that I have established in my life. It ain't even trying to offend you, not even trying to upset you, not even trying to piss you off. That's not what it is about. It's about that I'm tired of giving more than I'm getting. I'm no longer doing the 70-30, not doing the 80-20, not doing the 60-40. Understand that it has to be 100-100. I'm not doing no more babysitting adults. I'm not doing no more making excuses for why you are the way that you are. Can't handle the fact that you are broken, that you got issues, and you got mama issues, daddy issues, abandonment issues. You got all that going on. That's not my job. Disconnect. Distance. 98 days. I'm operating with disconnect and distance. 98 days I'm operating with disconnect and distance. Why? Because I got to focus. I got to focus on me. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Iris. Thank you, Auntie Nay. Yeah. I got to focus on me. Why? Because nobody's coming to fix me. Come on, can we be real? Nobody, you know what? I've been going through this for so many years, Coach. I've been down bad like this for so many years. I done been good to everybody for so many years. And one thing's for sure, two things for certain is that I'm learning every single day. There's no such thing as Superman. There's no such thing. I've been bamboozled. I've been hoodwinked. There's no such thing as Superwoman. There's nobody. You mean to tell me ain't nobody gonna come and fix me after I done fixed everybody? Nobody gonna come in and make this thing right for me after I done went outside my way and made it right for for everybody? You mean ain't nobody gonna come in and pat me on my back? Ain't nobody gonna come in and hold me like I've been holding folk, and I give me an ear like I've been giving ears to folk, and give me a shoulder like I've been giving folks shoulder? I done wet up every side of my shoulder, left and the right. And you mean to tell me now that I got tears falling, now that I'm in a bad situation, now that I'm trying to figure out my life, I can't find not a soul after all them folk that I helped, after all them folk that I went outside my way for? You mean to tell me? Yes, I do. You've been bamboozled. You've been hoodwinked. You got finesse, baby. It's tight, but it's right. What you mean, Coach? One of the worst mistakes that you could have ever made was expecting you from other folks. Red ink. One of the worst mistakes that you could have ever made was you expecting you from other folk. Friends say, ouch. We have to be real about it. We have to be real about it. You caught up in your feelings and you feel deserving. You feel like somebody owed you something because of the mistake, because of the sacrifices that you made. You wrapped up in your feelings, and your feelings is hurt right now. Your heart is broken because the decisions that you made. Remember, I told you the power of your decision making. Understand that some folk wasn't even your assignment. You went over there and you should have never even been over there. You went over there and started volunteering your services when you ain't had no business opening up your mouth or raising your hand at all. A lot of the things that you're going through right now is because of you. Understand that your own decision making. We suffer so much in our life because of our own decision making. Baby, you're not dealing with troubles from the ancestors. The ancestors ain't tell you none of that. You're not dealing with troubles and problems from generational curses. Baby, that ain't got nothing to do with great granny and all of them. You are suffering because of your own broken decision making. You're suffering because you thought that you could do it the way that you wanted to do it, and when it didn't work out for you the way that you thought that it was going to work out for you, you're looking for a place to blame. You're looking for somebody to point the finger at. Understand that sometimes it's not even about other folk, it's about you. You see it right there. You see the red flags, the white flags, the orange flags, the yellow flags. You see the flags out there flagging. Understand that. And guess what you do? You still go over there and do what you want to do. You still go over there and get in your own way. You still try to finesse. You still try to get over. You still try to cut corners. You are the problem. Your biggest problem is you try to do things your own way, and then when it don't go the way that you want to go, then all of a sudden you want to be a victim, but you cannot be the victim and the villain. Come on, you have to pick one. A lot of you guys are operating as both. You want to be how you a victim in a situation that you created. That's narcissistic as hell. Uh-oh, Coach. Wait, drink water, you're being messy. Okay, I'm going to drink the water. Excuse me. Yeah, double tap on the screen. Wait a second. How you want to be? Come on, Shirley. Can we be real? Can we be very much so, right? How you a victim in a situation that you created? How you create the storm and then get mad when it started to rain? How you allow and create all this different stuff, and then all of a sudden when it started happening, then all of a sudden now you mad. But you saw all the red flags, you saw all the signs, you knew exactly what was going on, and guess what? And you continue to do it anyway. You continue to show up anyway. You continue to give to it anyway. You continue to make sacrifices anyway. They already showed you. It already showed you. It's already put itself right out there, and you keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting a different result. The scientists say what? That if you do the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result, they said it's insanity, right? To do the same thing over and over and over. Are you insane? At one point or another, you have to make up your mind and say, you know what? I deserve more out of life. I deserve to live a good life. I deserve to have healthy love. I deserve to have healthy connections. I deserve to be able to operate as my best self on a daily basis, not just when things are going good, not just when everything is on the up and up, not just when everybody's happy, joy, and I'm saying yes to everybody. I deserve to live a good life. I should deserve to to be happy, to have joy, to have peace, even when things are rocky in my life, even when I don't understand everything that's happening in that moment in my life. I still should be able to show up as my best self, and you can. But in order for you to be able to do so, you have to get in alignment. You have to be able to get in alignment, distance, and disconnect so that you can focus. Distant and disconnect so that you can focus. And when you start, because once you get distance from everybody else and you cut ties with everybody else and you're not focusing on everybody else and you're not putting out fires for everybody else and you're not handling emergencies for everybody else and you're not taking on problems that come from everybody else, and when you are solely focused on your life and focused on your alignment, then in that moment you're stepping back up under that protection. And when you are protected by the Most High, understand that even when all hell is breaking loose, even when things are falling apart, you are still standing under peace. You're still standing under love. You're still standing under sanity. And you're looking at everybody else. They looking at you crazy. You looking at them crazy. They in a panic and you cool as a cucumber. They over there and they got stress. They got anxiety. They got panic attacks and everything else. And you're sitting comfortably. You're resting peacefully. You're eating every single meal, not missing one. You ain't paced down flow. You ain't slid down wall. Why? Because you're trusting in His word. You're understanding that He's going to do exactly what His word said that He was going to do. And the enemy's job is to keep you distracted, because as long as you're distracted, then you're operating out of panic. And as long as you're operating out of panic, then you're trying to take shortcuts. You're trying to finesse. And when you're trying to shortcut and trying to finesse, then you out there on your own. And you're doing what? Creating chaos in your own life? Okay. What'd you say, Coach? Creating, Can we talk about it? Creating chaos in your own life? Why? Because you in your own way at that moment, you're leaning to your understanding, not God's. You're operating in your flesh. You're operating in your carnal mind. You're not even thinking on a spiritual level. Why? Because you are busy trying to get around it. Understand that when you're operating out of panic, you're operating out of yourself. Why? Because the Bible says be anxious for nothing. So if you're making decisions in an anxious state, in a state where you're in a state of panic, that ain't of God. He's not even the author of confusion. Understand that His love, joy, peace, and a sound mind. So every decision that you should be making, every way that you should be living, getting up, getting down, turning over, and all around, baby, it should be in love, peace, and a sound mind. That's how He operates. Understand that. And if what you're in and what you're dealing with is not bringing you love, not bringing you peace, not bringing you a sound mind, then it's 99.9% sure that that's not in alignment. Hello, somebody, baby. I can't do it. You have to find something else. Get you somebody else. I cannot afford to let folk just play with me. I can't afford to allow people to walk me like a dog. I can't afford people to only pick me up and put me down at their convenience. I cannot afford it. That's not a price that I'm willing to pay. And when I say people, I'm also speaking about self. I have to stop doing that to myself, treating myself like that. Understand that a lot of times people treat you the same way that they see you treating yourself. So a lot of times people are inconsistent because you are. They lie to you because you do. They don't show up for you because you don't show up for you. You don't do it for you, so they don't do it for you either. You can't expect them to do something for you that you're not willing to do for yourself. It's hard enough. Understand that what I just said before, the worst mistake that you can ever make is thinking that somebody is going to be you and to take your expectations up off of them. Yeah. Especially in a good way. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, your worst mistake is thinking that they're gonna love you like how you love them. Be there how you be there. Do what you do. Oh, don't think that for 1 second. Yeah, when it come down to the negative though, and ain't that funny? And when it come down to the negative, they can take it all the way down to the T. They will mimic every single step. But that positive way, oh baby, it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. They'll act like they ain't never seen it. They never heard it. They never understood it. Understand? We got 98 days left in 2024. 98 days left in 2024. We're operating with what? I want to see it in my chat real quick. I want to see it in my chat. Put it in my chat. We got 98 days left in 2024. We're operating with two things. That's distance and disconnect. They better tread lightly, baby, because you might get hit with distance or you might get hit with a disconnect. Understand? Yeah. Tread lightly. You might want to go play somewhere else. Understand? See me in 2025, because I'm telling you right now, one wrong move, you might not make it in there with me. Hello, somebody. What you say, coach? You might not make it in there with me. We're operating with two things. I want to see it in the chat. Distance and disconnect. Distance and disconnect. Why we're operating with those two things? Because we have to get focused. We have to get locked in. We have to get in alignment. Understand that we have some work that we need to do on ourselves. We have to focus on ourselves. 98 days left in 2024. I'm operating with distance and disconnect. Tread lightly. You may not see 2025 with me. There you go. Reasons is, y'all got y'all ink pens? Reasons is I can't afford to make deposits into people who only make withdrawals. Every time you come to me, you come with your hand out. Every time you show up with a need. Every time, I can't afford to, I can't afford to stay connected to people that only make withdrawals. I'm constantly making deposits. I'm constantly giving. I'm constantly sharing. I'm constantly pouring. I'm constantly sacrificing time, energy, effort, going outside my way, bending over backwards, jumping through fire rings, walking on coal, coming and doing this, that, and the third, everything in between. And when it's my turn, oh baby, when I need you, then I'm noticing that it's always an excuse. It's always a reason. It's always something. Understand that I can no longer afford to make deposits into people who only make withdrawals. You're a taker. All you do is take. That's it. That's all. Red ink right there, baby. You a what? Baby, you a taker. And sometimes you have to look at folk eyeball to eyeball. Understand? Lock all the way in with them. Baby, you know what? You are a taker. And you ain't got to break it down no further than that. You ain't got to say nothing else. They going to get upset instantly. You're going to trigger that spirit that they carry instantly, because in that moment, you're calling it exactly what it is. And anytime you call anybody by their name, they do what? They stand up. They say, huh? They say what? They say, yes, ma'am. They say, huh? They hit you with one of them. And when, sometimes you have to look at folk directly in their face, eyeball to eyeball, and call them by name. You are a taker. Understand that you all you do is take. That's it. Every time you come in my face, it's something that you want from me every single time. And it may not always be a materialistic take. Understand that. What you say, coach? Oh yeah, we definitely outside with it this morning. Baby, they ain't always a materialistic take. Some folks show up and they take you emotionally, honey. I'm talking about by the time you get finished talking to them, by the time you finish having that little conversation with them, by the time y'all get finished exchanging that dialogue, you be so tired, you be so depressed, you be so worn out. You like, oh my God, they a taker. Emotionally just drain you completely. Spiritually, takers. You don't want to do none of your work. You want my prayer. You want my fast. You want my worship. You want to ride on my wave. When you going to hit your knees? When you going to pray? When you going to meditate? When you going to get in alignment? When you going to study for yourself? Why are you waiting on everybody to show up and just give it to you? Give me your notes. Give me what you think about this. What you think about it? Didn't you read it? Did you dissect it? Did you open up your book? What you gonna do? Takers. Always looking for the easy way out. Always looking for a way to finesse. Always looking for a way to escape. They don't wanna do the work. But they want, wait a minute, but they want your results. They don't want to do the work that you did. They don't want to make the sacrifices that you made. They don't want to go through what you had to go through, but they want your results though. You want those results. And when you don't get those results, then you get mad. Then you get jealous. Then you get envious. Then you start, talking down on the very people that's helping you. Then you get in your feelings. Oh, every time every time you needed somebody, they was there. Every time you called on somebody, they was there. Understand that the problem is you can't handle no. You're throwing a adult temper tantrum because somebody said no, because somebody established a boundary, because we said it's distance and disconnect. So when we stop running after you, when we stop begging you, when we stop chasing you down, when we stop giving and doing and sacrificing, now you don't know how to handle that. You can't take this new because we just said yes so long that you don't understand the word no. You feel like no is an insult to you, but no is a boundary for me. I'm no longer giving what I cannot get back. Understand that I'm no longer making deposits into people who are only making withdrawals. I called you by your name. I called you a taker, and that upset you. They said the truth hurt. Yeah, come on. They said the truth hurt. Just say ouch. Right? Come on now. You have to understand that where we're going at, we have 98 days left into 2024. You owe it to yourself to get locked in, to get focused. You owe it to yourself to remove anything and anybody that's not in alignment with your assignment. Anything and anybody that is not servicing your greater good. And in this moment, double tap on my screen. Anybody that's not in alignment with your assignment, anybody that's not servicing your greater good. If you're standing in between me and my breakthrough, you are not for me. If you're constantly whining and complaining about your life and doing absolutely nothing about changing your life, then you are not over here. You're not a part of my tribe. I only want to be surrounded by like-minded people that are trying to grow, people that are trying to evolve, people that are making a conscious effort to go forth in life. I don't want to be around nobody that's dwelling on the past, that's crying about the past, that's over there stuck in their past. I'm trying to move forward. Remember, we talked about Lot's wife on yesterday. I have no desire to look back and long over things that God has removed out of my life. What is that long? That means reminiscing. That means going back into time. I'm not interested in any of that. I have no desire to become salty. Understand that I have no desire to become bitter, to become stuck in my life. I only want to focus on the person that I'm creating. Don't worry about who I am right now today. And sometimes you have to tell folk that. Don't worry about who I am right now today. Don't spend all your time, your energy, and your effort discussing the individual that I am right now today. The person that you should be discussing is the person that I'm becoming. The woman that I'm becoming, the man that I'm becoming, the individual that I am becoming, because that one right there, that one gonna make your chest hurt. That's where you're gonna feel the real pressure at, because baby, the way these boundaries is set up, the way this throat chakra is set up, baby, I'm gonna speak my mind. Understand that I'm coming in with both foot on the ground. Understand that I'm coming through and I'm gonna air it out. Just let it be known. Don't worry about the old broken me. Don't worry about the me with low self-esteem. Don't worry about the me with no confidence. Don't worry about the me that was walking around mute and like a coward. Don't worry about her. Understand what you need. Come on. Yeah. Double tap on my screen. Let's be real. Let's be real. Don't worry about who. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah. I be reading about them throat chakras, baby. Don't play with me. I read about everybody's religion. I do. I am open-minded. I am well-rounded. I read about everything. Yeah, that throat, baby. Yeah, you better worry about that throat with that. Yeah, because I'm trying to tell you. Don't worry about who I used to be. Don't worry about how I used to do and what I had going on back then. You better be worried about the person that I'm intentionally creating, the woman that I am becoming. Because when I tell you that one is going to be something to deal with. Oh, yeah. Why do you say that, coach? Because I see myself in my future. I don't sit over here and see my current state. I told y'all this yesterday. My current state is a stage. I'm passing through this. I'm not staying right here. Understand that I am growing every single day. I am evolving every single day. I am reading. I am studying. I am fasting. I am praying. I am meditating. I am grounding myself. Understand, I am putting myself in environments, in rooms where I can be with like-minded people, folk that are pouring into me and I'm pouring into them. I am in seminars and in webinars. Oh, baby, don't worry about who that was, baby. I don't even know that person no more. You caught up on, I don't even be dancing with that individual anymore. Come on, be concerned about this person right here. Distance and disconnect. Next thing is what? Pace yourself. Pace yourself. Put it in the chat. Double tap on my screen. If you're getting what you need this morning, send me some love. If you getting motivation, inspiration, or confirmation, double tap on my screen. What you say? Pace yourself. Pace yourself. Put it in the chat. You got 98 days. Pace yourself. It's almost like when you're in a race. When you're in a race, you don't start out your fastest speed, right? You don't start at your fastest speed, so don't worry about it. Don't look back at quarter 1, quarter 2, or quarter 3. That time is already gone. You start off slow. In any race, you do what? You start off slow. And when you get to that middle, you start picking up the speed. When you start seeing that you're about to get to that finish line, that's when you switch gears and they look at you coming from the back and you full speed ahead. Imagine yourself taking off right now. I got 98 days. I might have played around first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. I might have backslid. I might have slid this and slid that. Might have made some mistakes and did some of this and some of that and got out of alignment. But guess what? I still got time. I got 98 days. I still got time. I can get locked in. Thank you, John, for the cash app. I can get locked in. I can get focused right now. Imagine yourself on that track. Imagine yourself right now can be at the very back. Y'all done seen them races. They be in the very back. Understand? Oh, girl, she had lost her shoe. She was in the back. That was a mistake. The shoe came off. There's going to be some inconsistencies. There's going to be some things that's going to happen. You're going to have to bob. You're going to have to weave. You're going to have to go in and out. Understand that that's life. Things are going to happen that are unexpected, and you cannot lose focus. You cannot get discouraged. You can't operate with no deficiency, and you can't get distracted. You got 3 Ds that you cannot do in these next 98 days. You got to get focused on that. You got to be focused on the race, and now you're locked in. Imagine yourself in that race. Imagine yourself locked in. You in the back. You then pushing yourself. I'm reading, I'm fasting, I'm praying, I'm studying, I'm in the right groups. Now you're pushing yourself to the middle of the race. Let's just say you're right there at the middle of the race. You got 98 days left. How you finish that race is going to be all up to you. Envision yourself as that winner. You got 98 days. Pace yourself. What you say, Coach? Don't let your eyes, Jeffers, I think it's Jeffers, appreciate the cash out. Don't let your eyes get bigger than your belly. Pace yourself. Right there and up under that, pace yourself. Don't let your eyes get bigger than your belly. Pace yourself. Why do you say that, Coach? Don't start taking on a bunch of stuff thinking that you can do all of it. Pace yourself. Only take what you can do something with. Steady, one day at a time, one thought at a time, one task at a time. One day at a time, one thought at a time, one task at a time. You got it. Keep pushing yourself forward. Stay locked in. Stay focused. This is a personal race. It's a personal race. Come on, you got to stay focused. The only thing that's going to be running on the left and the right and the sides of you is going to be the adversary. It's going to be the obstacles of life. Those things are going to be there no matter what. But as long as you got your eyes forward, guess what God is going to be doing? Every time your foot hit the ground, he's going to be clearing away. Every time your foot hit the ground, he's going to be clearing away. He's going to be clearing away. But you got to first pick up your foot. You have first got to go take off running as soon as you see the sound, hear the sound. But some of y'all, the sound then sounded and you still standing still. The sound then sounded and you still over there trying to figure out, what do I need to do? Take off running. It's time to go. You're behind. You have to catch up. You got 98 days. You can't afford no extra weight. Understand, pace yourself. You can't afford none of that. You have to be in full-blown savage mode. You have to shut out all the negativity. What did I tell you yesterday? Get your ink pens out. Double tap on my screen. I see y'all at 100K on TikTok. Send me some love on TikTok. Send me some love. Let me get 5 badges on IG. Over here on Facebook, let me get 200 stars. Double tap on the screen. Eyes forward. What's the note, Coach? It's coming. It's coming. Yeah. You got to take off running. Thank you, Crystal Love. Is it Mystery? Mystery Dre, thank you so much. Thank you, Sweet Baby Treats. I appreciate you. Double tap on the screen. You're getting what you need this morning. Double tap on that screen for me. We coming outside. Candace Bash, thank you so much. Double tap on that screen. Let's go. You have to master your thoughts, right? Because when you out there and you on that track, you can't afford no negative thoughts to come in your mind. You can't be thinking about what if I trip. You can't be thinking about what if I stumble. You can't be thinking about what if my shoe come off. You can't be thinking about, is the person on the other side of me, are they taking off right now? What the other person behind me, what they got going on? You have to focus on your race. You have to focus on you have to focus on that finish line that's right ahead of you. You cannot afford to take your eyes off the prize. You have to be locked in so much. Understand that you master your thought. Every single time a negative thought come in, you do what? Replace it with a positive one. Every time a negative thought come in to try to tell you that you can't do it, that you're not going to be able to, that you're not skillful enough to do it, you have to look at that thought and tell that thought, I might not be skillful enough to do it, but I am willful enough. Sometimes it's not going to be skill, it's going to be will. Come on, coach. Master your thoughts. Master your thoughts. Because sometimes you're not going to be skillful. It's going to be willful. Oh, come on. We outside real bad right now. Willful. Oh, coach, wait a second. Wait. I got you. Don't worry. Yeah. Master them thoughts. You have to shut down those thoughts that's inside of your mind that tells you that you can't do it, that you're not capable of doing it. You have to shut down every single negative thought and replace it with a positive thought. You can't, some things in your life, you ain't going to be able to think your way through it. And you're going to have to be able to shut it all the way out. Shut it all the way out. Shut your mind completely down. You're like, what? It's all will in that moment. I'm not even moving by skill. This is will. I am willing to push myself that extra mile. I'm willing to pick up the book. I'm willing to get on my knees. I'm willing to be in alignment. You have to be you have to will your way all the way through it. It ain't even about skill, because you're going to be looking at yourself like, I did not know what move to pull out next. I didn't know what gear to get into next. All I knew was I was willing to push myself to finish the race. Baby, this wasn't even skill. This was will. This ain't skill. This will. I want to live my best life. I want to operate as my best self. I want to master this thing called life. While I gotta wait to get to heaven to be happy, while I can't be happy right now, while I gotta wait to get to heaven to operate in peace, while I can't have peace right now, while I gotta wait till I get to heaven to experience real joy, real sanity, while I can't have it right now, you can. But you gotta be willing. You got to be willing. Pace yourself. This is not skill. This is will. Stop taking on extra weight. Stop taking on things that don't belong to you. Stop entertaining things that are not in alignment with your assignment. Stop dealing with folk. Understand that, that have already committed to thinking and living and believing a certain type of way. Shut out all the noise. Shut out all the chaos. Navigate through all the pain, all the betrayal. Get all the way through it. You don't sit and you don't soak. Next thing is, let me drink my water for this one. You can't outsmart God. Can we just be clear? You can't outsmart God. Can we be real quick? You can't. You can't outsmart him. So when you thinking that, oh yeah, well, I can just do it this way and it ain't gonna really matter. You can't outsmart them, baby. There's no shortcuts on this. There's no, I'm a halfway do it. There's no, I'm a sometime do it. There's no 1 foot in, 1 foot out do it. There's no straddling of the fence do it. There's no when I feel like it do it. You're gonna either be all the way in or you're gonna be all the way out, and he knows your heart. Understand that. There's nothing that you are thinking that he's not aware of. There's nothing that you're feeling that he's not aware of. There's nothing that your heart can hide from him. Understand, you can't outsmart him. So I really and truly, I want you guys to get that completely out of your mindset. No matter how you try to dress it up inside of here, it's not it, right? You're either going to do it the right way or the wrong way. You're either going to be consistent or you're not. You're going to be committed or you're not. You're going to handle business or you're not. That's just it. That's it. It's not going to, all the rest of that, it ain't even going to work. I'm saving you right now I'm saving you from a lot of wasted time. I'm saving you right now to keep you from even thinking that that's how it's going to work. You can't outsmart them. You can't. It's either you're going to do or you're not going to do, but you got 98 days to make a decision. There's nothing that you're experiencing that he's not aware of. There's nothing that you're going to deal with that he's not aware of. You got to know that. There's no outsmarting him. The next thing I want to go to, double tap on my screen. Double tap on the screen. Yeah, I know sometimes we think that we can because we feel like we fast talkers or we smooth like that. No, those are just lies that you're telling yourself to make you feel better about what it is that you're doing to help you sleep better at night. And if the truth be told, when you don't do what you know that you're supposed to do, the lies that you tell yourself don't even sit well with you. But y'all ain't going to be honest about that. Y'all not going to say ouch about that. Y'all not going to expose the truth about that. No matter how much you lie to yourself, you still feel uncomfortable. No matter how much you lie to yourself and try to act like what you said or what you done or how you showed up was the right thing, you still have that spirit of conviction and it be rocking you. It be over there. What? It won't let you sleep. It be over there bothering you so bad. You feel so guilty. You feel so shameful. Heart be so heavy. Mind be so cloudy. And you just be faking it. I'm talking straight smoke and mirrors. Just skinning and grinning. That's all you be doing. But everybody who got a little bit of sense, people who got a little bit of sense see right through it. And they be like, oh, they so hurt. Oh, they so down bad. Oh, I hope everything work out for you. They'll look at you even though you look like how you look and look you directly in your face and say, you know what, I'm praying for you, baby. I hope all is well with you, baby. They can sense that energy all over you. Understand that spiritual folk, we don't get fooled easily by folk. Understand that we see it even if we don't say it. We don't address everything that we see and we feel. We just know that it's something going on, and out of nowhere we'll hit you with that. How you doing? Where you been missing you. I love you. Just to let you know that, hey, look, I want you to know that in the spiritual realm, I'm still going to war for you. In the spiritual realm, I'm still praying for you. And in the spiritual realm, we still right here waiting on you, and all of the above. Spiritual folk don't go outside of their way. And it's just being real with you. Spiritual folk can know that stuff be going on, can feel certain things, certain energies, and guess what we do? We master compassion. We don't overstep boundaries. We let you come to us. We let you tell us. I ain't gonna tell you about you. I'm gonna let you come tell me. Because when you come tell me, that's when you're ready to fix it. We gonna check on you, but we ain't gonna run after you. We let you come, because that's what compassionate is. A truly compassionate person don't overstep your boundaries. They understand that you're going through things. They know that you're going through things. But if you don't ask for help, they don't offer help. If you don't come to them with your issue, they don't come to you about your issue. And they can know everything that's going on. But compassion is understanding that just because some folk is going through things, don't mean that they want to talk to you about it. They got their own set of folk that they want to discuss that with. They got their own set of folk that they've already, that they feel more comfortable with. And sometimes it's not even that. And hear me when I say this. And they don't want to talk to you because they know the answer that you're going to give them. They know the response that you're going to give. They know the accountability that comes along with talking to you. They know that you're not going to settle and play with them. They know that you're going to tell them to get back up. They know that you're going to tell them you need to get in alignment. They know that you're going to hold them accountable. So they don't come to you because they already know that you're not about to play that game. So they go to people that are going to co-sign their foolishness. They go to people that's going to be yes men, yes women. They go to people that's going to play nice to get along. They're not going to come to you because they ain't ready to change. So stop being offended when folk don't come to you. Stop being don't be offended when they tell everybody but you. They ain't tell you because they know the accountability that's going to follow that. If I tell that to her, I already know I already know. And I ain't ready to change that yet. I ain't ready to let go of that yet. I ain't ready to stop that yet. I ain't ready to address that yet. So guess what I do? I separate myself from that individual because I know what that individual gonna have me do. And I know what they're gonna have me do. So they go to the people that they feel like they can get away with it with. And what we do, we just let them. Because again, when you're ready to change, you'll come to where you know the change can happen at. And you don't force you on anybody. You can't force this on nobody. You can't make somebody behave a way. You can't make somebody see themselves as love, see themselves as great, see themselves as, you can't force it on them. People are going to do exactly what they want to do, how they want to do it. Themselves as love, see themselves as great, see themselves as, you can't force it on them. People are going to do exactly what they want to do, how they want to do it. Greatness, do me a favor. I see you sharing, but yeah, we're going to have to block you if you keep sharing like that because we need other people to share because you're going to stop the video. So, you know what I mean? I appreciate you hitting that button, but yeah, we'll end up having a, you know what I mean? They'll say it's spam. I appreciate you though. I appreciate you though. I love you for that. Friends say I'm gonna put it on everybody's timeline. She shared about 100 times over there. She was I don't know, she must have bought one of them things off of TikTok Shop where you can make it double tap for you. She didn't throw it back over there. She's like, wait a minute, I need to make sure everybody hear this. I need to put this on everybody's FYP page because listen, friend, this is what I be talking about right here. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so much though. Yeah. Some of y'all help her out. Y'all hit that share button because Fred want to put it everywhere. She trying to do it by herself. Y'all hit that share button with her. You know what I mean? Over on TikTok, y'all hit that share button with her. I absolutely love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate all the love. We're going to keep that thing moving right along, though. But I want you to understand something on this journey. There's no outsmarting God, number one. We got 98 days left. Y'all got y'all ink pens out? You got 98 days left into 2024. This ain't the time to cry over missed moments. This ain't the time to be miserable. This is your note. Over missed moments. This ain't the time to be miserable over missed moments. To sit and soak about those missed moments of what you could have done and what you should have done and how you should have handled it. Baby, that time then came and went. You can't sit and cry about that. You can't sit and mope about that. Anything that has happened has already happened. And there's nothing that you can do about that. You can't go back and change it. You can't go back and redo it. You can't go back and refix it. Guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to pick yourself up. You're going to have to dust yourself off. And you're going to have to get right back in this race. That's it. That's all. You have to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get right on back in this race. When I was telling you about the race, what I said the shoe came off in the race. She didn't have time to go over there and sit down on the sideline, over there in the middle of the track in the grass comfortably to put her shoe back on, to tie her shoe back up. Right there on the track, right there in the race, she had to grab the shoe, slide the shoe back on her foot. And guess what she had to do? She had to get right back in the race. And she had to continue running that race and end up winning that race after her shoe came off. You can still run the race, but you can't win it if you're not in it. Understand that what you say, Coach Red Ink. You cannot win it if you're not in it. If you're not in the race, how you plan on winning? You can't win from the sideline. You can't win from the stand. You can't win from the locker room. You can't win from sitting in your car thinking about should you get in? Maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. You can't win laying up in your bed in the dark thinking about should I get up? Maybe not. Giving yourself permission to sit there and be sad and depressed. You can't win from sitting in that warm tub, all the lights out, listening to all the sad songs. That's not winning type of mentality. You cannot win if you don't get in. You have to get up and get into the race. You want to win? Get up. You have to slide your shoe on and you got to take off right there where you are. Right there where you are. You got to get up and take off. This is not the time to be miserable over missed moments, over things that have happened. You can't, you have to let that go. I ain't even trying to sound mean, but you're going to have to let that go. You're going to have to move on with that. Did it hurt? Yes. Was it fair? No. Did you deserve it? No. Do we wish that it never happened? Of course. But can we change it? No. And anything that you can't change, you have to leave. One of the most powerful notes that I feel that I've ever given was, there's going to be some wrong that you will never be able to make right. There will be some wrongs in your life that you will never be able to make right. And you have to accept that. You have to accept that and move on with your life. Some people are never going to forgive you. Some people are never going to apologize. Some people are never going to acknowledge the hurt, the pain, the betrayal, the letdown, the brokenness that they brought to your life. Some people are never going to acknowledge it. Some people are never going to look you in your face and say, I am sorry that I hurt you. I am sorry that I abused you. I mishandled you, that I fumbled you, that I did you the way that I did. And guess what you got to do? You got to be willing to pick yourself back up and get in the race. Understand that without the apology, without the acknowledgement, without the closure, without the, you have to move on, because anything other than that is now self-sabotaging. Anything other than that is self-sabotaging. You're deciding that you're going to sit there. You're deciding that you're going to stay stuck. You're deciding that you're going to give up on yourself. You're deciding that you're going to abandon your mission. You're deciding that you're not going to get back in the game because of what somebody else did. So guess what? They win. Because the enemy's job is to stop your transition. His job is to stop your transition, to keep you from reaching your transformation. So in order for me to do that, I have to interrupt your flow. So what he does is he hurts you to the point where you abandon your mission, abuse you to the point where you step out of alignment, damage you to the point where you're so hard-hearted, so bitter, so salty with life that you give up on anything and everything. So now he done what? He stopped your transition. You never reach your fullest potential. You never operate with all your gifts and your talents. You never see the goodness, your promised land. You never experience it because you get caught up in the past and things that have happened, the brokenness and the things that have happened, the letdowns and the things that have happened, not understanding that they are only just doing their job. The enemy is just doing his job, stopping your transition, preventing you from unlocking all your gifts, all your talents, preventing you from living your best life, from living up to your fullest potential. His job is to stop you. And you're giving him just what he wanted. Every time that you stop, that you sit on the grass, that you sit over there in the bleachers, that you sit in the locker room, that you don't get up and go, you're giving him just what he wanted. You're letting the enemy walk off with your stuff. You're letting the enemy come in and rob you of all your stuff. You're allowing the enemy. Is it considered a robbery when you let him in? I'm just asking because I be watching the detective movies, right? And one of the things that they look at, hear me out, because y'all know how I am. Hear me out. One of the things that they be looking at all the time is trying to see if there was any forced entry. They try to see if it was any forced entry. And some of y'all ain't got no forced entry. Some of you drink the water. Okay, send me some love. I knew that it was going to be a little bit messy. So go ahead, send me some love. send me some love. Just say ouch. What you say? I said it was. Some of y'all ain't experiencing no forced entry. They don't see no broke window. They don't see no cracked door. They don't see no damaged door frame. None of the stuff that said that somebody had to fight their way in. Everything that they looking at looked like that person, the perpetrator. It looked like they was welcome. It looked like you gave. Okay, drink the water. Double tap on my screen. Send me some love, y'all. What happened, coach? You gave a place to the enemy. You welcomed the op in. You told them to pull up a seat. Yeah, you let them in and let them lay up in your bed. You showed them where all your valuables was. Yep. You exposed it to all of them. Everything that you gave was a gift. They didn't take it, you gave it. Ooh, wee. Oh yeah, just say ouch. Hell, just say ouch. Yeah, come on. I see y'all. Thank y'all so much. Send me, yeah, come on. Double tap on the screen. You might as well say ouch and send a gift. You might say ouch and send a badge real quick. Okay. Thank you, Spiritual G. Appreciate you, Shantae Star. Appreciate that. I see the flowers. I see the hearts. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, you might as well be real about it. Let me get 5 badges, IG. Double tap on that screen real quick. But just say, Coach, there's no forced entry. You made a bad habit of letting them in. You made a bad habit of giving place to the enemy, giving place to the op. Everything that they took from you, some of them didn't take it from you. You gifted them. You gave it to them. So even in the court of law, they're going to say they have to make a determination, right? Latoya Lane, appreciate those flowers. Thank you, Pretty Brown. I appreciate the love. Yeah, so when in the court of law, they're going to say, is this a gift or was this something that they took from you? Kiana, appreciate their badge. Understand that. So you have to go to court so you can prove that they actually took that from you. And 99.98% of the time, thank you, Purple Flowers, the judge gonna say, oh, that was a gift. Y'all was in a relationship and that's something that you gave to them, unless you have signed documentation saying that this was a loan or this was something that I was giving them on the grounds of this, that, and the third. Come on, let's just be real. Thank you so much. Is it Janice Driver? I appreciate that. Let's just be real about it. And some of you guys are crying right now over facts, like I said, over things that you gave. You gave that up willingly. You was willing to give it. You was willing to do it. And that's the reason that's how they got in. And that's the reason why you standing over there empty right now. Yeah, sometimes you don't have no forced entry, and that right there be the problem. I told you yesterday, stop giving place to the enemy. I got one more thing that I want to say before I get out of here. I don't care what it is that you've been through in life, what type of hardship that you've had to face in your life. She said, well, I swear you are the truth. God's plan, baby. God's plan. I don't care what experiences that you've had in life. Stop devaluing yourself. Stop looking at yourself like you're not good enough. Stop thinking that you're not capable. Stop talking down on yourself. Stop thinking that just because you don't operate the way that everybody else operates and you don't have all the things that everybody else have. Stop thinking that just because you don't see what it is that God is doing in your life that it's not there. Because one thing, just because you don't see it doesn't mean that God doesn't see it. Just because you don't see it, it doesn't mean that He don't see it. And it doesn't mean that He's not doing something about what He sees. Understand that how He see you and how you see you, that's two totally different things. Understand that how He see you and how you see you is two totally different things. And I can say that by saying when we go back to the grasshopper situation, right? When we go to the grasshopper situation, when Moses sent the spies over there, he sent the spies and the spies says, oh, okay, I see the promised land. I see the milk and the honey, but I also see giants. Understand that God sent you over there, right? If He said, I got a land that I already prepared for you and did this and did that for you, and all you got to do is go over there and get it. Do you not know that God also knew that the giants was over there? He knew that the giants was over there way before you knew the giants was over there. He put them there. He knew that there was giants, but there was also milk and honey. He knew that there was giants, but there was milk, honey, and harvest. Everything that you need, that's the promised land over there. I know everything that's over there, but Him sending you there was His way of saying that even though I know the giants are there, I know that with me, with you, you're going to be more powerful than the giants. You are more stronger than anything that you're going to be facing with me on your side. You're going to be able to overthrow it. You're going to be able to overtake it. So He saw them in a way that they did not see themselves. They looking at themselves and saying that they are giants. We are not. They are big. They are strong. They are mighty. They are ready for, and they're going to destroy us if we come over there. They're going to tear us apart if we come over there. That's how they saw themselves, but that's not how God saw them. He saw them as being big. He saw them as being mighty. He saw them as being skillful. He saw them as being capable. He saw them as being able. And I need for you to understand that when you're operating that type of way, you got to be prepared. Yeah. When God says go, you got one job. This is a faith journey. Your job is to simply go and allow Him to prepare the way. Your job is to simply get up and go after it, following His lead all the way. Because as I stated, when you step in that race, when your foot go down, He's clearing the path every single time. It's not for you to understand everything. It's not for you to have it it all mapped out. Your job is to trust that he's going to do what? Exceedingly and abundantly, all that you can ask or think. Your job is to trust that what? Everything that he said that he was going to do, he's going to work it out for your good. He's going to work it out in your favor. Your job is to trust and to believe that even in a recession that you're covered, even in a famine that you're covered, even when everybody else is going through it, that you're covered. You have to operate with that level of faith. He who has what? Started a great work in you is going to work that work until it's completed. That's scripture. I wake you up every day because your work ain't completed. I began a great work in you, and I'm going to work it until the work is done. So if you're waking up every single day, activities of your limb, clothed in your right mind, breath in your body, then you have, your work is not completed. You still got a job that you got to do, a mission that you got to fulfill. You have not reached the goal, baby. It's time to keep pushing. Faith journey. How you see you and how God see you ain't on the same level. You got to get it there. You got to, come on, you got to get it there. You got to start seeing you how he see you. You got to start speaking about you how he speak about you. You got to get so locked in with him that, baby, even when things look like they out your league, you'll be trusting and believing because what? You live in me. If you are living in me and I am an empty vessel filled with your spirit, understand that if you're leading my life and you say greater works that I'm going to do, you said that you did great works, but I'm going to do greater works, then that means when I show up, I'm showing up to do what? Greater. Put it in the chat. I told y'all I'm about to wrap it up. What you say? I show up to do greater. If we are an empty vessel and Christ is operating through us, living in us, if we are a living, breathing, understanding, a living, breathing, a vessel that is filled by the Spirit of God, and he says, I dwell inside of you. Great works have I done, but greater works you are going to do. Then that means that every day that I wake up with breath in my body, activities of my limbs, clothed in my right mind, I am working up to do what? Greater works. I am going to operate with that greater type of mentality. Why? Because he who lives in me. Get out of that small thinking. Get out of that lack thinking. Start thinking greater. Start thinking abundance. Start thinking overflow. Start thinking endowed. Understand that. Start thinking big of yourself. Walk in, take up space. Walk in, be your true, authentic self. Walk in, and yet you see you how he see you. 98 days is what we got left in 2024. You either in the race or you on the bleachers. 98 days is what we got left in 2024. You either locked into this race or you sitting on the bleachers. But you can take it to the bank. You can't win it if you are not in it. You want to win, you're going to have to get up and tie your shoes. You want to win, you got to get down and get in position. You want to win, you have got to be on the track with the rest of the runners. You can't win it if you are not in it. 98 days, two things is what? It's distance and disconnect. I got to fast away from people. I need to get focused. I need to get locked in. I got work that I have to do on myself. No, another note was what? I can't afford to continuously make deposits into people that are constantly making withdrawals from me. You're always showing up empty-handed. Baby, if you cannot reciprocate, you cannot participate in this season of my life. Understand that I can't afford to have people asking for things that they're not willing to give. When in 98 days, I'm doing what? I am pacing myself. I'm not allowing my eyes to be bigger than my belly. I'm not taking on things that I cannot handle. I'm not involving myself in things that I don't have really nothing. If it ain't got nothing to do with me, I'm not about to make it have nothing to do with me. My eyes are on my own race. 98 days. And what I got to do, I got to master my thoughts. thoughts. Why? Because one bad thought, one negative thought can ruin my whole mood. One bad thought, one negative thought can make me abort my mission, can make me step out of alignment. I have to shut down these negative thoughts. I got to replace these negative thoughts with positive thoughts. I got to shut out the noise. I got to navigate through the chaos. I got to lock in 98 days. I cannot afford to rush. I got to pace myself one thought at a time, one task at a time. One thought, one day. One day, one thought, one task. I got to pace myself. Ain't no need in rushing. Why you say that, coach? The note was what? You can't outsmart God. Ain't no need in you trying to rush. You can't outsmart him. He already know you. He know you from the inside out. He knows everything about you. Ain't no outsmarting, and no matter how much you lie to yourself, no matter how much you try to trick yourself into believing your lies, when that spirit of discernment is all on you, it's gonna torture you, baby. It's gonna be a thorn in your side. It's gonna keep on bothering you and bother you and bother you. Why? Because you knew that you didn't do the right thing. You knew that you lied. You knew you backslid. You knew you did what you did. Understand that you ain't gonna sleep right until you get it together. You ain't gonna sleep right. You ain't gonna eat right until you get it together. That's what it does. Understand that. It's just a fact. It's a fact. That's why it's so important that you understand that once you put those glasses of awareness on, there's no taking them off. You know too much in that moment. You can never go back to that person that did not know. Once you put those glasses of awareness on, it's over in that moment. Understand that there's no going back from that. The next note that I gave was what? Stop being miserable over missed moments. Once those moments have come and gone, there's nothing that you can do about it. Wrap it up, suck it up, get back on your feet, get back in this game. It is over with. Stop crying about missed moments. Stop being miserable about missed moments. Stop banging on closed doors. Stop chasing down things that have already happened. Move on. Move on. Get in alignment with Christ so you can see yourself with the same eyes that he see you with. And I use the example of Moses and the spies that he sent to the promised land. When he told them to go over there and look, they said they are grasshoppers in their eyes. We are grasshoppers in their eyes. They are big. They're bigger than us. They're stronger than us. They are more skillful than us. And I'm saying that God would have never sent them over there and told them that he had a promised land for them and that they were going to go in it if he wasn't going to equip them. Understand that he saw them as a one way. They saw themselves as another. Correct the way that you see yourself. Understand that if he lives in you and he says, I've done great works, but you're going to do greater works every single day that you wake up, no matter how big that giant is, how big that obstacle may be, how dark that hour is, how deep that valley might be. You have got to understand. He said, great works have I done, but greater works you are going to do. You should wake up and see yourself as greater, being capable of doing greater. Understand, being more than enough to be able to accomplish what? Greater. That's how you should see yourself every single day. He would have never told them to go over to that promised land if he wasn't going to equip them with what they needed to be able to overthrow the giants. In other words, what coach is telling you this morning, don't miss out on your promised land. Don't get over there and start seeing yourself as less than. Do you know how crazy that would be to be right there with a line this thick, this small line like this right here, just like this, and this is all you got to do is step over, and then you can see your promised land, see your milk and your honey, see all your harvest, see everything over there, and you can't touch it. You can't put your feet on the grass. You can't bite the honeycomb. You can't drink up none of the milk. Can you imagine how bad that would be to see what you want right there in front of your eyes, and then because of your own fear, because of your own vision, because of your own lack of faith and understand, you miss out on it. You see it but can't touch it. You see it but can't lay on it. You see it but can't drink it. Baby, I don't want that. I don't even want to think that deep into it. I just don't want that. Come on. There you go, Crystal. Exactly right. Had to have that faith to finish. 3 Ds. 98 days. 3 Ds. 1, discouragement. You cannot, in these next 98 days, you're going to have to show up. This discouragement constantly being discouraged, being sidetracked, pulled off course for any and everything, losing your cool, stepping out of alignment, all of that, baby. You're not going to be able to do that in these next 98 days. I need for you to what? Be encouraged. Be encouraged. I need you to motivate yourself. I need you to inspire yourself. I need you to push yourself. Remember, it's not skill, it's will. It's going to be sometimes on this journey and these next 98 days, it ain't going to be about how skillful you are. It's going to be how much willful you are. How much will are you willing to push forward in your life? You got to be willing to get up, willing to do the reading, willing to do the studying, willing to do the prayer, willing to do the meditation, willing to do the affirmations, willing to ground yourself, willing to step up even when everybody else is stepping down or stepping back. You have to be willing. You have got to be what? Encouraged. You have to fight off that discouragement. The next thing is going to be what? The deficiency. I want you to understand that any weak area in your life, I need you to go and build it up, and I need you to do it expeditiously. Do a self-evaluation. Identify the places in your life where you have a deficit, where you're weak at. Why? Because that's what the enemy looking for. He's looking for your weak areas, because those are the areas that he's going to attack. You have to find your own deficits. You have to find your own weak areas. You have to find your own triggers. You have to identify those things in your life, because that's what the enemy's strategy is going to be. I'm going to find their triggers. I'm going to find their insecurities. I'm going to find their fears. I'm going to find those weak areas in their life, and that's what I'm going to attack first. I'm going to get at those things first. Why? Because if I attack them in that area, they're going to throw away the mission. They're going to abort the mission. They're going to throw in the towel. They're going to give up. Understand that you have to identify your triggers so that you can create a healthier response for your trigger, so you won't always be bouncing back or always be starting over. Send me some love. It's a fact. I'm waiting on y'all to send me some love. Yeah, I had went outside and I came back. I drank the water. So yeah, I'm gonna drink a little bit more while y'all send me some love. Thank you, baby. Thank you, Auntie Nay. I appreciate you. Double tap on the screen, cause some of y'all like, oh baby, that's me right there. Eee. Come on, Shay. Some of y'all like, oh wait a minute, hold on. Why she did that like that? Miss Baby C, I appreciate you. Thank you, Michelle. Like, wait a minute, she went somewhere. She went out there with that deficit one, cause that's me. I feel like every time I turn around, I'm over there. You know what I mean? And it's always something that I knew better. And then I've been and responded, and after I done responded, I'd be sitting over there with a face full of regret, because I'd be over there like, man, I knew that's how they was going to get me. I knew that's how they was going to come at me. Why in the world did I fall for that trick again? Why did I give in to that again? Why did I respond to that again? Why did I reply back to that text message again? Why did I email back to that? I already knew that their moves are so calculated. I knew that's exactly what they was going to do. I know how that manipulation works. So why in the world did I give it my time? Why did I give it my attention? Why did I fall for that trick all over again? Yeah, come on now. Thank you, Candace. Appreciate you, Spiritual G. Let me get 5 badges, IG. Double tap on the screen. Let's just be real about it. The enemy gonna look for those areas, because he gonna get you in them same spots every single time until you fix them. That's why you should be doing a self-evaluation every 7 or 14 days, strengthening up every single weak area that you got in your life. You got to fix those. You got to identify those things, because every single time that the enemy wants your attention, he's gonna go for those things. And let me give you an example while I'm already outside a little bit. The thing about it is and you can tell how the enemy operates whenever you get in an argument with somebody, and they always say that one thing that'll cause you to break down in tears, that one thing that they'll say to you, and when they say it to you, you will back all the way off, or you will shut all the way down. They're operating with the spirit of the enemy in that moment. That is the op. You're in a relationship with the op. Whatever that is, that thing that you told them while y'all were pillow talking, while y'all was laid up, that they know that you're embarrassed by, that you're insecure about, that you feel a way about. As soon as y'all get to fussing, or you're not in alignment with whatever it is that they want to do, they bring that thing up, because they already know that if they say that, that's going to hurt your feelings. If they say that, that's going to close your mouth. If they say that, you're going to go ahead and you ain't going to say nothing for the rest of the day. And that's exactly what they want. They want to feel like they defeated you. They want to feel like they won on you. And that's what they do. That's how the enemy operates as well. Find that thing that you're the most embarrassed about, the thing that you're the most insecure about, that you're most humiliated about, that you feel so many emotions towards, and he'll dangle that thing in front of your face just like that. Okay, but I'm about to go ahead on to my next one, right? My third one right here. The third D is going to be distractions. You can't afford no distractions. Understand that emergency on their behalf does not constitute one on yours. You cannot afford to be distracted. You got 90 98 days. 98 days to get extremely locked in with your self-development, to focus on yourself, to work on yourself, to push yourself to your next level. And you ain't going to be able to do that being overly concerned with other folk. You cannot overplay your part. You can't overspend your finances. You can't overextend yourself at all. 98 days of you simply focusing on yourself, locking into yourself, prioritizing yourself. That's what you're going to have to do. And yes, it is going to be some folk that's going to say, oh yeah, well, you just doing too much and it don't require all of that. You should be instantly offended. Baby, yeah, I know you ain't saying that it don't require all of that about my life. Baby, look at all, yeah, I know you ain't say that about that. Oh, baby, I need all of that and then some. You don't know how I done played with me. You don't know how I done watered me down. You don't know how I done sacrificed me. You don't know what I done did to me. I need all of this and then some. In 98 days, you cannot afford no distractions. So that's going to be discouragement, deficiencies, and distractions. You can't afford none of these. What did I put over here? It's time for you to do what? It's time for you to level up. Leveling up in what areas of your life? In your mentality, spiritually, emotionally, and spiritually. In all 4 areas, it's time for you to level up. Why? Because you have got to get to a balance. You have to have balance all the way across the board. When we're talking about operating as your best self, when we're talking about living and operating at your fullest potential, that means that all 4 areas of your life, mind, body, soul, all of those areas are what at 100%. That's leveling up. That's level up mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I don't know why I got this one right here. Oh, and physically. This is supposed to be physically. Y'all know I ain't gonna write it all that. Physically. I don't know what else to put about. Physically. So it's supposed to be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. All 4 of them. There you go, Crystal Love. You got me together. Look at my chosen family. They like, don't worry about Coach. We got you. Yeah, physically. All 4 of them. You got to have a balance. You have to have a balance in all 4 of those areas. Another note you got over here is, oh, come on. Red ink right there. Y'all see the red ink notes? What's that red ink, Coach? It's time to tag you in. It's time to tag you in. Baby, you've been hanging on the other side of the rope for too long. You've been watching everybody else in the match. It's time for you to get in the match. It's time for you to step in. Yeah, it's time for you to tag you in. Everybody else then did what they were supposed to do. Now it's time for you to start doing what you need to do. It's time to tag you in. Why you say that, Coach? Because you can't win it if you're not in it. Tag you in. This is your life. It's tag you in. That's a red ink pen note right now. Now I want you to come down here. Truth equals what? Reality. Truth is accepting reality. Truth equals reality. Accepting things for what they are, not what you want them to be. Truth equals reality. The reality of the situation is this. It is what it is. Not what I want it to be, but it is what it is. It's exactly what I see it, what I hear it, what I read it. It is what it is. Truth equals reality. Accepting the reality. Not playing make-believe, not being delusional, not acting like you did not see. Truth is reality. This is the reality of it all. Truth, if the truth sets me free, then a lie will keep me bound. The Bible says the truth will make you free, not set you free. It said the truth will make you free. Make is action, meaning something will happen. There's work that gets put into that. When you're learning the truth, moving in the truth, that's action. The truth will make you free. The more that you learn about the truth, the more you free your mind. The more that you learn about the truth, accept the truth, it will free you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It says the truth will make you free. Set If it says set, then that means it's going to be instant. It's not a instant thing. It's something that has to be worked on, made through. Truth will make you free. So if the truth makes you free, and I just put set right here, but it's supposed to be make, because I'm used to the little cliche too. Hold on. There you go. Make you free, then the lie keeps you bound. Just because I want to make sure y'all get it right. I want to make sure y'all get it right. Make. I can't help it. I'm just that way. I don't like misinformation or incorrect information. I like for people to know, right? So yes, even though it sounds cute to say set, we know set is not the right word. It's actually make. And it's make because it's a process that comes along with you becoming free, right? All right. But if the truth will make you free, then the lie will keep you bound. So make that make sense to me, coach. The reason why you feel like love is hard, being in a relationship is hard, dealing with people is hard, is because you're lying to yourself about the relationships and the connections that you have with people. And I saved that for last because I knew that it was going to be some sensitive folks. Right? When you're trying to force a tribe, when you're trying to force people to love you, when you're trying to force friends to be friends, family to be family, when you're trying to force things, then it starts to feel like bondage, right? If you feel bound by it, you feel heavy by it, you feel like it's a constant struggle for you. It's an unhappy thing, like it's a roller coaster. It's an up and down type of thing. You don't know what it is here, there, and everywhere. But if you're operating in truth, then you're dealing with people, understand me, hear me out. You're dealing with people that are choosing you. Like I said at the beginning of this live video, you're dealing with people that choose you just like you choose them. You're dealing with people that want to show up for you just like you want to show up for them. And you don't have to beg them. You don't have to run after them. You don't have to send them constant text message to remind them. You don't have to set a timer and call them 4 or 5 days ahead of time because they value you. They value the relationship, the friendship, the connection that you have with them, so much so that when you went over there, understand that when you went over there and told them that this was going on and that it was important to you, they loved you so much, right, that they went ahead and put it into their calendar right then and there. And sometimes they get annoyed by the fact that you, girl, I already know that. I already got that on my schedule. Girl, I already know that. I already put you in. I know where I got to be. Take me out of the reminder list. I know I'm going to be there. They don't even want you constantly feeling like you got to always remind them, always call them, because they like, hey, look, I'm coming. Tell that to them folk that don't show up. I'm coming. You ain't got to constantly remind me. You ain't got to beg me. I'm going to already be there. I already got it down. That's people that love you. That's people that value you. That's people that want to show up for you. They take pleasure in being connected to you. They value the relationship, the friendship, the connection that they have with you. That is free love. Love is free. And when it's not free, it's what? It's bondage. Understand that. So every single day when you're operating in what is true, what is real, what is love, then you feel free. But when you're operating in what is a lie, what is make-believe, what is forced, what is pretend, then you feel bound and you feel heavy. And that's the truth. That's why we have to start operating in the truth of things. Being open, being honest, being transparent. That's the reason why we have to know who we are, and what we bring to anybody's table. We have to have a sense of self-worth, confidence, and self-esteem. We have to operate with those things. And, and it's a struggle, right? It's a struggle at first because we have to, it puts us in a position where now we have to unlearn all the things that we thought that we knew. We thought that we loved ourselves and we really wasn't loving ourselves. We were protecting ourselves, right? So we've been confusing love love and protection for a very long time. We think that because we put up all these different walls and we don't let people in because, oh, I love myself. No, you're protecting yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're putting up walls because you don't want people in because of the pain that you felt, the hurt that you felt from dealing with folks. So you shut everybody out, right? And when you shut out everybody out, you shut out even the people that God is sending to bless you, people that God is sending to push you along your journey. Operating with love is understanding that there's a open door policy. You are here to be, you are free to be here, and you're also free to leave. There's no chains. There's no, none of that stuff that's going to be binding you here or anything like that. You're welcome to come in and you're also welcome to go. That's love. Love is free. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is allowing people to have a choice. Understand, you can choose me and you can also not choose me. I don't operate with a pick me type of mentality. I'm not going to try to buy you. I'm not going to run after you. I'm not going to beg you. I'm not going to chase you down. I'm not going to do any of those things. If you decide that not being connected to me, friendship, family ship, relationship, situationship, whatever type of ship, including a job ship, if you decide that I'm not a perfect fit, then you make whatever decision that you have to make. But I will not beg. I will not plead. I will not run after. I will not try to buy my way in. I will not try to finesse my way in. I will leave you right where you are. I'm choosing people that choose me. Love is free. Love is free. I absolutely love you guys on this morning, man. If I blessed your soul this morning, if I lifted your spirit, if I motivated you, inspired you, or gave you the confirmation that you needed on this morning to create a different way of living, a different way of thinking, do me a favor and send me some love real quick. If I blessed your soul this morning, go ahead and double tap on my screen. If I came through for you on this morning, if I gave you a different perspective, if you're walking away from this video and you're walking away with a brand new mindset, you're feeling motivated, you're feeling empowered, you're feeling inspired. If you're feeling any of those things, double tap on my screen and I'm going to get realer with it. And if you feel like you're walking away from this thing and you're like, you know what? She just exposed some stuff about me that I got to get fixed and I got to get it fixed expeditiously. She was all up on my toes, running up and down my hallway, had her feet kicked up on my coffee table in my kitchen, over there scraping up the bottom of my pots and pans this morning. She was in my business. It's a lot of things that I got to go do in my life, a lot of things that I got to work on in my life. There's some deficits in my life that I got to go back and I got to work on right now today. I noticed it was tight, but it's right. I was so glad that I showed up here, maybe a first time viewer, and I'm glad that I came. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday from 8:10 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Morning Walk, Word, and Worship, where you get your daily dose of inspiration and motivation with your girl, street poet, your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach, so y'all can tap in every single day right here. We are on a 122-day challenge right now. We're on day 24 of our 30-day fast. That's right. We only got 6 days left of our no meat fast right now. So y'all getting all this energy from me just simply. We've been from September the 1st up until right now. We've been doing morning prayer, affirmations, and meditation, and doing morning walk and worship. So you guys been getting all this extra energy, this overflow every single day. So if I come in and I'm high energy, that is why. But we're going to be fasting all the way through the rest of the 98 days. But October the 1st, the fast will switch to intermittent fasting. So you will have a different type of fast each one of these months, man. But we are rocking and rolling with it. I will be in Dallas, Texas this Saturday, September the 28th. This Saturday, September the 28th, I'm in Dallas, Texas. It's 2 tickets. 2 tickets left on the Eventbrite. So if you're in Dallas, Texas, Garland, Texas, Houston, Texas, Waco, Texas, Longview, Texas, any part of Texas, don't give me that. Get in your car. Go ahead and ride your way on up there. I know it's about 4 hours. Get in your car. It's going to be well worth the drive. Make your way to Dallas, Texas this Saturday, this September the 28th. I'm in Dallas, Texas. Now, next month, talk to me nice. Next month, y'all, It's my grand finale of the Get in the Room tour. We completed 10 months. 10 months of the Get in the Room tour is exactly what God gave me November of 2023, that I was going to do this second tour, and I did it. And we're wrapping it up next month, October the 26th, in the Bronx, New York. If you are in the Bronx, New York area, if you in New York, you in New Jersey, you in Virginia, you in Baltimore, you in Washington, you in any of those areas, I know it ain't but a train ride, so don't play with me. Get on that train and make your way to the Bronx. I'm coming to the Bronx, New York. That's going to be Saturday, October the 26th. It's the grand finale, and as you can tell, I am super excited, man. My heart is so full. I cannot listen. I knew that I could do it, but it's different when you see God manifest himself right here on earth. When you see him moving in ways like this, I'm sitting over here, man. I'm telling you, like, my heart is so full. It's just like, I knew that I could do it, but just to see it and like, just, man, listen, we are wrapping it up, and we got the Victorious Visionary going to be opening for me. Lanice Brown going to be the co-opener. Then we got the Curvy Butterfly going to be on the mic. DJ T Beast is going to be on the hosting, and then we going to come in, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to come in and do work, and I'm telling you right now, like I'm already working on a speech. I'm already working on, man, it's going to be one of them things. All I can say is that it's going to be one of them things, man. The energy, you're going to be able to feel the energy from down the street. Saturday, October the 26th, the grand finale of the Get in the Room tour. Y'all, we got 4 seats left. Get on the Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite, Get in the Room tour. It's 4 tickets left to the Get in the Room tour, October the 26th in the Bronx, New York. I need y'all to go get them seats up off of there, and we're going to be completely sold out. I'm trying to be sold out. I ain't going to tell you no story. I want to be sold out before October 1st. So I need y'all to go and get them tickets. Call your best friend up and tell them, hey, we going to see Street. She coming to the Bronx, New York, Saturday, October the 26th. We're going to get in that building. I need y'all to go get them tickets off of there. We do not have any more, man. We don't have no more vendor spaces. New York, y'all got a lot of people. Y'all got a lot of vendors, baby. Y'all is not playing. Y'all, New York, y'all really be hustling, baby. Y'all sell bundles, y'all sell lip gloss, y'all sell oils, y'all sell incense, y'all sell t-shirts. Y'all be selling everything, okay? And I don't have no more space. The vendor spots is all done. We don't got no more. I ain't got no more space for no vendors, right? I don't have no more. I'm sorry. I really don't. But I'm going to tell you this right here. If you want to put something in your purse and whatnot, and you just want to sell what you got in your purse, do that. That's all I got left. Okay, that's all I got left. But I'm telling you right now, y'all do not play about no vendor slot. Y'all gonna get y'all a table. Y'all gonna set up y'all a table. And I love that for you. Okay, but we don't have no more vendor slots available. I only have 4 seats left. So Eventbrite, Get in the Room tour, Bronx, New York, 4 seats left. Call your best friend. Tell them to come in. Once all the seats are sold, the only thing we're gonna have left is standing room only. That's going to be it. Standing room only. And baby, I'm going to tell you, I already told y'all, we going to stand up in that thing. And if we, how they did, like I said, how they did in the Bible, they had to cut the hole in the roof to lower their friend in. Baby, yeah, we going to have that type of action. It's going to be standing room only. That's all we going to have. And I'll have to update the Eventbrite for the standing room only, baby. But yeah, Saturday, October the 26th, I'm going to be in the Bronx, New York. I can't wait to see you guys, man. I absolutely love you guys. And every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you, because it's no love like self-love, and you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. It's your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach. It is your girl, Street Poet. Thank you guys so much. Friends said it's sold out. Oh man, I tried to tell, well, it was 4 on there when I looked this morning. Y'all go to Eventbrite, Get in the Room tour, Bronx, New York. This morning when I looked, it was 4 tickets. For the Bronx, New York thrift story, go to Eventbrite, Get in the Room tour, Bronx, New York. It should be 4 tickets on there. It was 4 on there when I signed on this morning. Now, I don't know if somebody went on there while we was on the live. I'm not sure. But this morning, it was 4 tickets on there this morning. She said, I bought another ticket this morning. So it should be 3 tickets on there. It should be 3 tickets on there right now. Dallas, Texas is 2. So go Get in the Room tour, Dallas, Texas. Miss Driver, go to Get in the Room tour, Dallas, Texas. It's 2 tickets left on Dallas, Texas. It's 4 tickets left on New York. So Get in the Room tour, Dallas, Texas. Get in the Room tour, Bronx, New York. Y'all go to Eventbrite. Go to Eventbrite. Yeah, I'm go to Eventbrite. I'm telling you, just go to Eventbrite and tell me if it's on there. Go just that's all. Go get them, friend. Miss, and make sure you come give me a hug too, Miss Driver, because you showed up to my live this morning, baby, and you've been active in this chat. So I would love to see you in Dallas. I'm gonna tell you that I would love to see you in Dallas, man. You guys go and y'all have a wonderful day. Go get on that Eventbrite. Go get them last couple of tickets. I love y'all.